Absolutely. I called it out in the Discord as well, so happy day. Hey Mateo, how you doing, buddy? Oh, dang. It's 500 away. Nice one all day. Fine. Nobody trading it today. It's day in the sun was yesterday. Hey, Black Eagle. Hey, Benz. Well, all day, just some people have affinity to trading pre-market. What I would say about trading pre-market, if you're a new trader, there are no safety nets trading pre-market. You can't put stop losses won't execute, and there are no volatility holds. So if you're in a trade and they announce a secondary offering, you're going to get a quick flush to the downside, and you're going to get hit by the full amount. Because you're not, if you put a limit order in, which you have to do because market orders won't execute, you put a limit order, it's going to blast past your limit. And if you're lucky, you might get a partial fill. So just be wary of, always check, if you're going to be trading the stock pre-market, always check the SEC reports for SEC filings for a shelf offering, an S3. Hey, Neith. Just having a quick check because back in August, I remember there was a new prospectus from them back in August. I just wasn't sure if it was an S1 or an S3. Form effect from March. Yeah, it looks safe. Let's see. F3. You really need Benzinga, Fark. Absolutely, you do. I'm lucky I actually caught the top end of that move actually, because I thought if I'd been paying attention to Benzinga, I would probably got in around here, around $6. But yeah, not a bad move at all. Yeah, well, there you go all day. There you go. Here we go, Dennis. Cheers. I really appreciate you moderating that for me. Yeah, so Spark moving up this morning. Nice little pop. Quarter past the hour. Don't think it's done yet. It's down at the VWAP, so I'm waiting for it to back over $8. I'd be interested. Why is it moving up? It's been granted a patent from the Australian Patent Office for its reduction of opioids use in pain management technology. So that's why Spark is moving up this morning. And almost just missed out, almost at goal. I would have been at goal. I would have been at goal if I caught this last little pop. Got greedy. No, never mind. It's gonna be something else. So can we talk about Spark getting you to your weekly goal? Absolutely, dude. You tell me about it. A nice pop there, nice move. I don't know how many of you were in the Discord when I called it out, but nice move up. Hey, Armando. What ticket am I trading? Spark. Sparks. So SPRT. That's the ticket that we just traded. Very quick move. 8:15, the news came out, and it went up to from 340 all the way up to 860, 865 actually. That's not strictly true. This last couple of months, it probably is. I've been giving away. If I've been making money pre-market, I've been giving it away in that first 15 minutes of the market open. My most successful 15 minutes is actually from 10:45 to 11 o'clock. Go figure. That's this year. Oh, hang on a minute. We're having another try here. Hey, Alberto. It depends on your trading style and how much you're risking, etc. If you're setting yourself, if you've got a small account, setting yourself a 1% daily goal is realistic. I believe is realistic. But a lot of people would say that's a bit aggressive. But with a small account, you can't afford to be lax. I've traded this one before and it popped and then dropped really quickly, so I'm kind of a little bit wary of this doing exactly the same again. I bought the VWAP because it found support just below the VWAP a minute ago. $0.25. VWAP's currently the $0.50. Morning, Mike. Good to see you, buddy. A nice one, Vol. I hope you're over goal already. It depends on the size of your account as well. So I don't go on percentage because I've got a larger account, and you tend to plateau. So the larger your account, it becomes less likely that you're going to make larger percentage gains the bigger the account that you have when you're trading smaller flow sizes. So it's all relative. So for example, with a 150 grand account, you're not going to make 3% to 5% a day. On a 5k account, you can make 5%. On a 10k account, you can make 5%. Absolutely, and you need to be picky because there's nothing worse than getting to goal and then giving it back. And I've done that so many times myself, just getting greedy. Below 7, I'm gone. You bounce at the whole dollar, or I'm out of it. It depends. It depends on what type of trader you are. If you're a price action trader, you're a momentum trader, there's always stocks that you can find. It does depend on the capital that you have, because, like I say, you want larger gains on a small account percentage-wise, but you'd be looking for larger gains dollar-wise than the larger account that you have. I mean, you can make 3 to 5% daily relatively consistently if you're trading consistently, which is what I'm looking for. Now we're in a position of consolidation. I'm just thinking I might just get out of this now, right now, and then get back in if it starts to move back up. Okay, so I'll take half of it off at least, and then the rest if it breaks lower. This is just consolidating. I'm just gonna get out there, and I can always come back to it later. All right. Someone was saying Kintara. Yeah, well, it's probably had bad clinical trial results. You might get a bounce. I mean, it's not where I would want to trade it here at SRPT is probably a better one if you were looking for a bounce. Again, about poor clinical trial results, but it's a much higher price stock. So, I mean, some of these are still shortable. IBRX still moving up. Not on any volume at the moment. RVPH, no, I didn't trade anything. After I closed the stream down, I was over goal, I locked it in. That was it. That was me done. I went and played with the little one, and that was me done. So yes, I know it went up even further yesterday. So let's have a quick look at that. But I didn't trade it after the session. I was over goal, so why risk giving it back? So what you're looking at, if you see, so I was over goal pre-market. So I played this here and here, pre-market, over goal. It sold off, and then a little bit later, I locked it down, but this just skyrocketed a little bit later. Let's see where this goes. See that? So from 11:30, from 12 o'clock onwards, it went up into a hole, up to a high of like 680, whatever it was. So it broke the pre-market highs here. But I didn't trade this. I missed it. So it was after lunchtime, after midnight my time. I could have stuck around, but I took an early bath yesterday and went and spent the rest of the evening with my family before bedtime. So yeah, but it did move up lunchtime and then sold off again before having a spike just before power hour. So that was RVPH yesterday. So I know a few people in the Discord were calling it out when it was happening. I'm like, do I go back and take a look? And I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm not that bothered. Hey Alistair, how you doing? I'll take a look at Lex for you, Neil. It's a pop and drop, pump and dump, pop and drop, whatever you want to call it. Popped up from what, $1.30-ish, $1.33, up to $2.23, and it's now $1.39 again. So that's pump and dump, pop and drop, whatever you want to call it. you can do Dondella. However, let's we'll say you start to plateau. You do plateau. But I used to do, I used to start my account each month. So last year, I had a goal of 100K a month. That was my profit target. And I'd start each month with 30K. So I was effectively tripling my account pretty much every month. And I managed that. I did that last year. Whereas this year, I'm looking at effectively doubling my account every month, give or take. But if you, the problem with doubling your account every month is the economies of scale don't work. So if you, which is why I have a dollar target instead of a percentage target. Having a percentage target is great when you've got a small account, but as your account starts to grow, you start to plateau. And the reason for that is liquidity. The larger gains that you, particularly with low float stocks, the larger gains that you make, it's all about sizing. If someone's making $500 and I'm making $5,000, it's because I'm probably taking 10 times the sizing that they are. So if you want to make $50,000 on that same stock, you need to make, on that same move, you need to take 10 times the sizing that I do. If I'm taking a 10,000 share position, then you're taking a 100,000 share position. And a 100,000 share position on a low flow stock, something that's like a 3 million flow, is going to have a significant price impact. So you'll end up getting poor fills, a lot of slippage, and when you sell, it will pull back big time. So you'll have a greater impact on price. The better thing to do is if you've got a larger account, you want to make larger gains, so you scale up in terms of the float size of the accounts that you're dealing with. So you go for larger cap stocks, so the mega cap stock, for example. It's just, you tend to plateau. You find that you will go parabolic. Once you get consistent at trading, you can start to go parabolic and then you'll stop and you'll plateau. And moreover, you'll get greedy with it, or you'll get frustrated with it, and then you'll start losing. So unless you analyze what you're doing and what you're doing wrong by oversizing on some of these stocks, then it can be a downward spiral once you've reached a certain level. Hey, time. Now let's go back to SciSpark. It's just consolidating. It's not broke above the $0.50 yet. What's that count? Yeah, 750. That's kind of the breakout level for the next push, if it comes at the bell, which will be in about 45 minutes. So if it moves again, we can get back in. It's that simple. The problem with making just shy of goal and then going in for the second pump. So I got in here, got faked out, went in for the next move up, faked out, added for a bounce, and it pulled back further. So I've got out. I'd rather just get out, stay green. I'm green. I'm almost at halfway to goal, so I'm green. I'd rather stay green, and then if I can get to goal later when the volume comes back in, fine. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. I traded. I think the last one I traded on this one would have been actually earlier this month. It might have been the back end of last month, but I think it was the earlier this month when I traded. Let me just have a look at my stats. I'll tell you exactly the last time I traded this one. The last time. Okay, so I've traded this twice in October. I've traded and I've lost both times, so it owes me money. Yeah, I lost big on this. This is one of the bonds that I lost big on in the beginning of. I think I got caught in a flush down, a halt down. I lost 22k on this on the Tuesday the 3rd, and I lost another 1800 week before last. So this has contributed to a couple of my losing days this month. So yeah, I was right to cut that, and just looking at the action on these. Look at it on the daily. I traded it here on the 3rd and I lost, and I traded it again on the 17th, which is here. So on these two big days when I traded it, and it popped up and pulled back quite heavily on both of those days. Now, did I trade it in September as well? I don't think I did. No, I didn't trade it. This did move big in September. Moved up to 950 in September. Maybe even higher, but in the regular session 950. Did I trade it? I didn't trade this in September. Just the last two times I've traded it were. Have I traded it previously last year? That would be the question. Yeah, November last year. Traded this. Yeah, I made 50 bucks on it last year. So go figure. It might have been part of the small account challenge I was doing at the time. Was I doing a small account then at the time? Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, it actually cost me money in commissions and fees. It cost me like 80 bucks in fees and stuff last year. So good morning, Thomas. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say daily resistance. It actually beat that daily resistance. So we're talking about here from the 17th, it went up to 844. Today it's been up as high as 865. It's kind of looking for any previous daily resistance stroke support. I mean, there is a gap. We've still got that gap to fill to over $10. But I don't think it's going to happen today, so we'll just keep an eye on it. I mean, it's pulling back, it's below the VWAP, so until it gets back over the VWAP, I'm no longer interested to the long side. So you're looking at Kintara earlier, big sell-off, trying to make a move, trying to make it a bit of a bounce here. I'm not convinced. Same with Sarepta. Big sell-off. If it gets over $65, I think maybe you get a bounce, maybe $5, possibly even $10 to the upside on this one. More expensive stock, but and this is the thing with bioscience companies is one bad test result and the stock price can halve. And that's not saying that that's what they're relying on, that one particular product is what they're relying on for their entire economic value. It's just one product that they're testing. And just one bad news catalyst can halve the stock price. These bioscience stocks are very tempestuous, is probably a word to use. Yeah, smoking ace, I've taken it. No, absolutely not. No, that's revenge trading. What I trade today has no bearing on what I've traded previously. I'll look at it afterwards and say, yeah, look, I remember trading that before, or I lost on it before, or I made money on it before. But today's trade has no bearing on yesterday's trade, on last week's trade, on last month's trade, or whatever. Every day is a different day, and if you kind of get hung up on a stock or on a trade or anything like that, it's going to affect you psychologically. So it's best just to approach every day and every entry separately. Stay calm and level-headed about it. Yeah, guys, only a third of you are actually enjoying the show, it seems. So smash that thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Just hit the thumbs up button, and let's get it. Look, we've got a little over half an hour, so let's get that thumbs up, that like count. Let's get it over 50 before the market opens at 9:30. Yeah, absolutely, Matteo. Absolutely. Stay nimble. Get green, stay green. Get to gold, get out. That's what I'm always saying. Good morning, Lisa. I don't know about pump and dump fork. I mean, I see what you're saying. I prefer the term pop and drop. I would stick to the daily goal. I always have it doesn't matter about the size of your account, smoking. You always stick. You can increase your goal by all means, but stick to have an annual goal, have a monthly goal, have a daily goal, even a weekly goal, whatever it is. You need to be setting yourself an ambitious goal, but it's got to be realistic. What they say is you need to set smart goals. Okay, and the acronym is SMART. So it needs to be the acronym. If you're unfamiliar with smart goal setting, the acronym is SMART. SMART. Okay, so it needs to be specific, measurable, it needs to be achievable, but also it needs to be challenging. You don't want to be too challenging, because if it's not attainable, it's not achievable, then what's the point of setting the goal? You may as well just set a goal that's up there pie in the sky. So it needs to be achievable. What were the last two as well? Relevant and time bound. That's it. So of course, relevance is profit that you want, but time bound, you set yourself a daily goal, a weekly goal, a monthly goal, annual goal, and when you hit those goals, or when you've hit the timeline, you zero, you cut it off. You either didn't hit it or you did hit it. Don't dwell on it. So if you hit today's goal, don't dwell on it and say, right, okay, I'm doing great. Or don't think that when you come into tomorrow, that because you hit today's goal, you don't have to do as much tomorrow. Have the same goal. If you don't hit goal, doesn't mean you have to do more tomorrow. Have the same goal. So you need to realistic and achievable goals, but you don't alter those goals based on the performance of a particular time frame. Time bound. Not trackable, Alistair, time bound. You have to set yourself a time for attaining the goal. Yeah, I get that mentality. Always, in the long term, it's nice to be able to look at the stock and that you've traded and see that you're profitable. Even if it takes the money off you in the long term, it's nice to be able to look back and say, look, I'm profitable on that stock, I'm profitable on that stock. But it's not always the case. I mean, I could tell you, well, some stocks I'm seriously in the red with. I'll just go back to my statistics now and look at the dates and look for based on ticker. Based on the instrument. Okay, so I've got right, NVIV is my biggest losing stock, and even to this day. So some of you have been following me a while will recall in summer last year there was one stock called Aeroclean, which is not listed anymore, which goes to show that these stocks that we're trading on a daily basis are just garbage. They're absolute cow dung. The majority of these stocks are not going to be around in these companies are not going to be around in 5-10 years time. They'll either go to the wall and through liquidation, they'll get acquired by another company, or they'll get broken up and sold off. They're just absolute garbage companies. So Aeroclean, so AERC was the ticker. Last year I had an entire month, I think it was June and July. I had an entire month of June and a portion of July where it was just constantly going for me. And even to this day now, I've had my biggest trades earlier this year, two of my biggest ever trades in my career earlier this year. But Aeroclean is the one I've made the most on, even now. Top Financial is another one. That's number 2. AMC number 3, believe it or not. Gaia. GDC two trades. That was one of my biggest ever trade. Cosmos was my $1 million trade last year. It wasn't a trade of $1 million, it was the one that got me there. But the biggest loser that I've got is 66,000 NVIV. So let's I'm going to pull that ticker up right now. NVIV. Oh, in vivo therapeutics. Let's have a quick look. And I just want to see how many trades that was over. I'm seriously in the red with that one. That's 2 trades. So that was my biggest, I think that's my biggest ever loss. 64k. Yeah. Pretty sure that's my biggest ever loss. On that one stock. Yeah, it is. My biggest ever loss, NVIV. In vivo therapeutics. But look, I'm not going to get et up and think that I need to earn money back on that, because I look at what I've earned on other stocks. So you don't get married to a stock in the same way you don't revenge trade on a stock either. See, if you accidentally make double your daily smart goal, should one give it back to the market before shutting down for the day? Oh, that's ever so polite. You're ever so graceful if you do that. No, you shouldn't. And the point is that you have a strategy, and the whole point to get to goal is you want to be making base hits. You want to break it down into chunks of, say, 5. So let's say your goal is $1,000 a day, you break it into chunks of 200. So in terms of the number of entries that you get, if you get more than 200, you get 250 on an entry, fantastic, that's great. Let it ride, let's see if you can get 300. But as soon as you go over that 200 mark, that's where you want to lock it down. If it pulls back and you don't want to be giving any of that back. if you get over 1,000, why would you? If you get 1,500, why would you deliberately give 500 back? I know it's tongue-in-cheek. The question is tongue-in-cheek, but no, it's if you're on a stock that's moving and you get over goal on that stock, ride it out. Let the winners ride. Doesn't mean that you need to shut it down straight away because you're over goal. Play out the momentum on that stock. Make sure you maximize your gains on that stock, and you might get 2x, you might get 3x. There's somebody on SciSpark today's probably got twice goal, whatever. Hey, Robin. Yeah, it came through for a lot of people. It came through for me, obviously, first thing pre-market. And, well, you all watched that, you all saw that. So I got to go on it. And after lunch, it really took off. Broke high of day. And somebody really trying to get hold of me. Did they not know that I'm busy in the next couple of hours? This really is coiling under that $0.50 level. So if it gets over the $0.50 level, I think we might be in business. But up until it does, not really interested. October's not been great for me, by my own personal standards. It's barely, well, it isn't profitable. If I'm being completely honest with you right now, whilst it's profitable on a gross level, I'm actually not making any money. I'm actually losing money in real terms on October. I'm about 8k in the hole on October due to fees and charges and whatnot after the fact. But currently we're sitting at 16k, 16.5k. In growth in growth profits, but like I say, I'm actually less than that at the moment. You'll get there, Vols. You'll have that next month, November. I'm telling you. Yeah, talking of daily goal. Let's get that like count up and let's get 50 likes on the stream before the market opens in 25 minutes. I have to say this. If you're thinking of becoming a day trader, if you're thinking of trading the stock market, make sure you trade in a simulator first. The majority of people, over 90% of people that get involved in day trading, regardless of instrument, whether it be Forex, mugs game, crypto, money laundering, futures, equities, it doesn't matter what you're trading. If you're getting involved in day trading, the odds are stacked against you. Over 90% of people are never profitable, and there's a number of reasons for that. So educate yourself first. Learn a strategy that gives you an edge on the market, and then practice. You practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line. Don't just jump in with your next month's mortgage payments thinking that you're going to double it up and or the kids' college fund or whatever it is, because the likelihood is you're going to lose. So don't put any money into a brokerage account that you can't afford to lose. You don't put next month's mortgage in there. It's got to be money that you can afford to expendable money. It's got to be expendable. So with that in mind, if you're interested in doing it, I am teaching people how to do it. I've been teaching people for a while now, and the majority of them that have been taught by me and mentored by me are seeing significant progress. I give no guarantees of profitability because that's down to you. I can give you the knowledge, I can give you the strategy, you've got to practice. It's like going to the gym. You're not going to lift 220 pounds on your first visit. You've got to build up to it. You've really got to build up to it. You can't get free commissions down under Rob. Free commissions means you're paying the other way. Absolutely, Mark. So if you with a broker that's doing free commissions, you're the product. Okay, they're either selling your data, they're either doing payment for order flow, which in some jurisdictions is actually illegal, so they can't do it, or they're making money on the spreads and the fills. They're not giving you direct market access. It's the only way that they can give free commission. So they're either making money on the spreads and the fills, or they're getting money for payment for order flow. And the spread and fills. So I would recommend going with a direct market access broker. That way you're getting quick fills, you're getting the best fills possible, the spreads are tight, and you're in control of your entries and exits, well, as best as you can be. On NASDQ, I'll take a look at that for you. Yeah, so it's down there at 40 cents. I don't touch these. It's been selling off pretty much all day. It popped up first thing, got a little bit of a spike at 8 o'clock because of the, that's algorithmic spike. So this action here isn't price action, it's just algorithmic spike. The price action is down here. It never actually went up there, just algorithmic spike. This is the low. This is garbage. And I've had a great day in September when it went up to like 320. Since then, it's not doing anything. It's a garbage stock. So yeah, there you go. Do I ever trade mega caps or large caps, or is my range between? Okay, so yes and yes. This is the answer. So I like. And this will answer the next question at the same time. So I class myself as a momentum trader. I look for volatility, I look for volume, and I ride that momentum. So that's why I trade the lower cap stocks, because you get a lot more volatility in the lower cap stocks than you would in the mega caps, with one exception. Mega caps always get volatility in earnings season, but it's out of regular hours. So that's when I trade the mega cap, usually after hours. So I traded already today. I traded one just last week. It was Amazon that I traded on earnings. I made 7K on just trading the earnings spike. You've got to be, again, market access is important. If you've got a commission-free broker, they're probably not going to let you trade out of hours. Most don't, but if they do let you trade out of hours, you're not going to get quick fills, which you absolutely need. They're essential. If you want to see the Amazon trade, it's up there. It's members only, so become a member. You can watch the Amazon trade. It was recorded trade for week before last. Was it last week? I can't remember. I traded Amazon and made 7K. Should have made more. I should have made more, but made 7K on that. So the volatility on the larger cap stocks is, so a big day on one of these larger cap stocks is like 3, 4, 5%. You're not going to get one of these larger cap stocks running 50, 60, 70% in terms of volatility. It just doesn't happen. Well, it very rarely happens. Let's face it, we saw some of the banks earlier in the year were dropping like 30, 40, 50% intraday. But it rarely happens. So if you're looking for daily intraday trade, where you're looking for stocks that are going to move like SideSpark here, 100% plus, it's doubled its market value in less than an hour. Okay, well, it doubled its market value in less than 15 minutes, actually, and 5 minutes, whatever it is. So that doesn't happen in the larger caps. The larger caps are better for me, better for swing trading. So if you're an options trader, you get better leverage with the larger caps, with the trading options with them as well. So swing trading with options is a good strategy to use with larger cap stocks. because you don't have to be able to afford the full price of Nvidia if you're trading the options. You can get, you know, a couple of hundred shares option, couple of contracts. I'll give you a couple of hundred shares, and if it goes up $10, then you've got that $10 on terms of increased value. The problem with trading options is the risk is higher because they can expire worthless. At least if you buy the stock, you buy the underlying stock, then you've always got an equity position in there. AMD's got earnings this evening. John? There's a couple got earnings this evening, but AMD's probably the pick. The problem with AMD for me is I'm not getting full leverage with the broker. So I'm only getting partial leverage with the broker. But again, trading most of the time, trading mega cap stocks, one of the advantages of doing it is they're highly liquid around earnings time as well. So you have no problems getting filled or getting out, exiting when you need to. They are easy to borrow, so you can trade both sides of a move. You can ride it up, then ride it back down again, or vice versa. And so you can short it if you've got a margin account. And yeah. What's my game plan on SciSpark? Well, if there's anything else moving, I don't have a game plan for SciSpark now. If it gets over 750, I'm interested. It needs to be over the VWAP. So the VWAP, this blue line, I'll zoom in so you can all see it with my cursor. This blue line here is the VWAP, VWAP, the volume weighted average price. Now this is pretty much horizontal, which means it's choppy sideways, not going anywhere, doing anything. The price action is below the VWAP, and the VWAP is a great intraday trend indicator. It gives you it gives you the stock, the trading sentiment at any given point across the day from an intraday point of view. So right now this is below the VWAP, so it's pulling back, it's selling off. If the price action is above the VWAP, then it's rallying, it's actually moving up. So I always have the VWAP on my charts from an intraday perspective. It's a very powerful indicator from that point of view. You don't use it, I don't use it for entries and exits. I might use it as a point of resistance or support, but I don't use it for entries and exits. It's to give me an idea of what's the stock doing. Because I'm a momentum trader. When the VWAP is horizontal like that, it doesn't have any momentum either way. It's just moving sideways. It is gradually selling off, but it's just moving sideways. So the first thing I'm looking for is to retake the VWAP, get over the VWAP. Quarter, half, and whole dollars are very psychological levels at this with low float stocks. So 750 is just over the VWAP. Currently the VWAP is 734 plus change. So 750, I would probably wait for it to break 750 before I look to go long on it again. Going long means buying the stock and then selling it, hopefully selling it higher for a higher price. That's all right. Cal, you know there's always another stock, there's always another trade. Yeah, so an S3 means that they can actually have a shelf registration there, trade on one. If they've logged an S3, and the difference being between an S1 and an S3 is an S1 is that they can go to market with an offering and it's an all or nothing. So once the S1 is registered, that offering will go and they'll have to sell everything. With an S3, they can draw that down at any time. So they will, with an S3, it's very similar in terms of the prospectus, but they can go to market and they can, if they've got like an S3, they register for 5 million shares, they can go and they can sell 1 million shares to the market. And then a month later, they can sell another 1 million shares. And that's the problem if you've got a shelf registration versus just a standard prospectus, a standard secondary offering. That's okay, Cal. It only takes one stock, and you can be trading left, and you can, hard elixir moving up, add earnings. Range isn't great. I'm talking 2 cents on the range, but there's not a lot else to put on the. What's Aries acquisition doing? I mean, I saw that halted this morning. It's not doing anything. Just up there. I've not seen an S3. So the 424 is the prospectus. So that tells you that's the what they're selling to the market, how many shares, the floor size, the how many shares that the company will have, how many will be available on the open market. All it's a full prospectus. The Form S is the offering, which is related. So you have to have the Form S has to have a prospectus. It has to be related to the prospectus. As day traders, what sort of commissions can one expect to pay per day, and what are my commissions so far? So it depends on which broker you're using and what your commission structure actually is. So some brokers will charge you a commission per share, and they may have a graduating scale depending on your share size per trade or per day or volume traded. And some brokers like CMEG will have a commission structure which is based on a charge per fill, and some brokers will have a commission structure on charge per ticket. So personally, I prefer the charge per ticket structure, where for every sell order there's a commission, for every buy order there's a commission. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to get filled or how many executions it takes to get filled, and it doesn't matter on your share size. That's personally what I prefer. So each broker is different. Each broker will depending on the structure, will charge you a different commission structure. So it depends who you're trading with. And of course, on top of that, you've then got regulatory fees, SEC fees. You've got strange noise. You've got regulatory fees, FINRA fees, SEC fees, etc., etc., and they can be as much as you could be, and more than what your commissions are, because they're charged per share. Well, capital, again, I'm asking about capital gains tax. Capital gains, and depending on how you're trading as an entity, an individual, in an LLC, in terms of tax liabilities, what you're trading and how you're trading, it impacts that as well as your jurisdiction. So if you're in the US, it's going to be different to Canada, to the Seychelles, to where I am in the Philippines, where I was in Ireland, to the UK. It's different in every jurisdiction. Every jurisdiction has their own tax laws and things. So what I've been told, I'm going to be likely to be moving, changing my entity and changing my status as a day trader, is that here in the Philippines, they don't tax you on any earned income overseas. So I only get taxed here in the Philippines on revenues generated here in the Philippines. So if I'm trading the US stock market, I won't get taxed on it. That's my understanding. So that's something that I will be looking more into. That's a conversation I've had with a local accountant very recently. So I'm looking more into that to see if I can get tax exempt status. Full stop. Yeah, 3 more likes, guys. We've got a good 20 odd of you not hit the thumbs up button. So 20 odd of you hit that thumbs up button and get me over to 50 likes. 20 odd of you that are on YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok, then hit the like button. If you're watching on LinkedIn, hit that like button. Let's get that like count as high as possible today, guys. In general, see, I budget on approximately about 15% of my gains overall, eaten up by fees and charges. Now, it's usually less than that, but as a good estimation, it's usually between 12 and 15% on any given day, depending on, no, not 50, 1-5. Between 10 and 15%. It's not usually more. Sometimes it's more. Sometimes, particularly if I have a losing day, of course it's going to be more. But if I have a particularly volatile day where I go red and then have to come back, then the percentage will be a little bit higher, because I pay commissions on my losing trades just the same as I would on my winning trades. And then your commissions end up eating a little bit more in terms of percentage. So it's anywhere between, I would say, between 12 and 15% on average. That's not just commissions. That's total fees and charges. Cheers, guys. We're over that 50. Where's the dog? We're gonna give the dog a treat, but she's not here, so. Yeah, well, SciSpark has a habit of doing this. The initial pop and then the drop, and it did a head and shoulders. You look at the zoom out a little bit. We've got 5 minutes till the bell. We've got a shoulder, then a head, and then this was the second shoulder. And I should have seen that before I even got in. Should have waited for the break over this shoulder here. So that would have been $8. I should have waited for the break of $8 instead of getting in for the run up to $8. But you know, in hindsight, we're all perfect traders, and a head and shoulders is typically bearish sells off. Interest making a nice little move back over the VWAP. Watching Pinterest, it's up quite a bit today, 16%. We've got a couple of IPOs to watch out for today. So ATGL is priced at $4 and should be live by 11 p.m. for me. And GVH is the ticker, not yet priced, but that should be live shortly after. So I'm kind of watching for those IPOs. Momentum is backwards at the moment. Kintara, SciSpark, Omega, SRPT, all pulling back. Market is red and selling, which is a shame. Oh, the market's actually green at the moment, ever so slightly green, but it's selling off. It's likely to go red. Yeah, I was just shy of goal, but then gave half back. So I was 5,500. Just having a quick look at the S&P 500. So 8:30, we had the employment benefits, Redbook sales, retail sales. Yeah, nothing there that I would say is impacting the market. I think it's just general general bearish sentiment at the moment on the market. So had a good day yesterday, first good day in a while. I think we probably will end up having a good day, green day today. Don't quote me on that. That's just my opinion. We've had a significant pullback on the daily. So there we go. Those are my lines that I drew. So we're below this bullish channel. This is my bull market channel. As long as we're in there, we're bullish action. But we're below that right now. So you want to see a move back up into that bull market channel. We've got just over a minute left of the pre-market session. Pinterest is right now looking probably the most active as far as I can see. VFC, I'll take a look at that one as well. In terms of gap and go, not a lot to choose from. It's iSpark and Pinterest, really. Most of these are momentum stocks are red. So I'm going to change the scanners over from pre-market to regular session now. And we've got about 40 seconds before the market opens for the regular session. Yeah, so I'm not too concerned. It needs to get over $7, over $6.50, then over $7, then over the VWAP, then over $7.50. Then I'm interested. That's iSpark. Probably should have locked that in at $5.50 and not gone for any more. You know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, though. Good luck, guys. I hope you're all very profitable today. Interest pulling back. BFC Nexa halted first volatility halt out of the gates. Nexa NEXA. Let's have a quick look. Is that up or down? That's all. That's all. You can't trade that. Amcor Technology pulling back. Well, it seems like the momentum is down at the moment. The S&P 500 about to go red on the day. It just tapped the closing price yesterday, 415.59, and it just tapped a new low there of 415.60, so 1 cent away. Idle. Why am I not getting any data on my level 3? That's weird. Not getting any data. Oh, there we go. Try that. No, I can't trade that. Repligen. Size part wants to make a move back up, but it's a long way to go to the VWAP. $7 now. There it goes. Breaking lows. $568 the whole level to the south side, $694 to the upside, so we're nowhere near that. Ardalix still not broke out of that range, that pre-market range. Just gotta wait for the right setup. Need something to move on good volume. Nice bit of volatility, but on good volume. Don't just go jumping in because something's moving. Wait for the setup. Harmonic. 5% on the day. Not really volatile enough for my liking. Halloween's a global holiday. It's All Hallows Eve, and which is it's a pagan festival, but it's been hijacked by the church, like most pagan festivals. So any Catholic country like the Philippines is going to have Halloween, but you know, they don't do trick or treating like you guys in America do. That's the thing. And whereas in Ireland, then they actually invented Halloween. So. That was I'm getting a bit laggy. I think it's probably my own connection rather than. So yeah, 20-cent pop and a 20-cent drop. So AMC pop and drop. Not looking very good right now. I'm kind of struggling to find anything that I can see. Amco Technology. Not got. Yeah. Down hard. It's got a big gap to fill. So 2040, it's got another $2 gap to fill on this one. Amco. Beam. That's pulling back from the high pre-market highs. VF Corporation is down. This has got a bit of a gap to fill as well. Oh, Ardalix breaking out finally. Just broke through the pre-market highs, Ardalix. It's one of the biggest gappers, but was one of the biggest gappers pre-market. But it's the volatility is not really. It's like 5 cents on the ATR on the 1 minute. It's only 8 cents on the 5 minute. In terms of momentum, what you want to see is over a course of 3x, 5x even. It's moving 5 cents, and you want to see at least 10 or 15 cents, 25 cents, which I'd say it's actually moving up very, very quickly on a 5 minute. So the fact that it doesn't correlate tells me that the volatility is not huge on it. I would wait for something else, personally. SRPT called this out the potential bottom bouncer after the open. in the Discord this morning, sold off heavily overnight. This was a it closed yesterday $107.65. It's down at $57 now. So if this gets back above $60 or $65, this could really move, bounce further big. I said $65 will be the level I've been watching, but $60 could be interesting too. Yeah, Nate, it is a larger floor, Ardelyx, but it had earnings, so it probably will trend for a while. So the thing is with something like Ardelyx, on earnings, pre-market earnings plays, they have good pre-market earnings, and the gap upon the basis of that, usually they start trending for the upside. You don't get huge range with it, but earnings plays, it's more of an intraday swing even, or even an overnight swing. You look for the earnings play and you look for 10-15% move or something like that. If you can get 10 or 15% out of it, fantastic. Yeah, Nvidia under $400 now, which is not good for me at all. My average cost on Nvidia is 360, just under 368. My largest position in my portfolio. But I still believe it. I probably will buy more actually. Now it's back under 400, I'll probably buy more. False, sit on the sidelines. There's nothing worth trading yet. I say yet because it could change in an instant. We're only 10 minutes into. Just remember, we're only 10 minutes in. Well, I didn't see Wolf hit the Wolf Speed hit the momentum scanners. What happened there? 18% up. 40% range, ATR, spreads, the spreads aren't that bad, 10 cents, 40% ATR. Let's have a look at Wolf. Analyst rating, mixed Q1 financial results and guidance. That was yesterday. So Wolf Speed yesterday evening, EPS beat, revenue miss. It's not particularly high relative volume either. It just hit the gap scanner. It's the second biggest gapper. So, and I didn't see it hit any of the momentum scanners. We're over $4 on Ardelyx. Yeah, I'm a big believer in Nvidia. It will go up again. It's just the whole market's pulling back, so the fact that it does tend to chase the market, I'll wait for an opportunity to buy a dip, Alex. So I'm not worried about my position, even if it goes. Look, I was holding a position with it. Most of my long-term position was red for almost a full year, so I'm not worried about holding a red position and buy and averaging down, because I know it will go back up and not only go back up but go higher. And that's the difference between long-term investing and day trading. Is you don't sweat when you're in a long-term investment or in a negative position if you've selected the right stocks. The volume's not great on it though. Yeah, I'm watching that for if it tests the $0.50, come back. I just know that it tends to sell off, Cal. From previous days, once it's had that initial pop, you get in, you make your money, and it tends to sell off. That's what SideSpark does. It might be different today, but usually that's what it does. Let's go. I'll show you. So this is SideSpark. We're looking at the 60-minute. Okay, popped up here. So this is the hourly chart. So it popped up and then it sold off. We go back to the 17th. It popped up pre-market, sold off. Go back to the 3rd. Popped up pre-market, sold off. That's what SideSpark does. Did it here on the 20th, popped up and sold off. This in the regular session, popped up and then sold off. It doesn't tend to hold its gains. That's the thing. I mean, it may turn around and say, okay, today's going to be different. But until it gets back over the VWAP, I'm not touching it. Interest looks like it's trying to bounce. So this is the pre-market low where it's at right now. It's trying to re-enter the pre-market range. So yeah, I'm not convinced. It's a big gap up. It is a big gap up. I'm not convinced that it will continue for continuation. I mean, yesterday's closing price was $25.10. So 360 is a big move. I'm seeing some decent moves, just not on good volume. So AMKR's moved up nicely. We've got AMKR, but not on any kind of good volume. It's less than 500,000 shares today. So I like, after the bell, I like to see stocks that have sold at least a volume of 1 million or better. Genesis, low price, Verve. Bittersweet symphony of life. That's from Wigan, actually. Verve up 19% on the day. Just under 21 cents on the ATR for the 1 minute. Breads 10 cents. So yeah, I'm not convinced yet. Broke out of that pre-market range, so it is looking bullish. It's way above the VWAP. It is looking fairly bullish. The one that's probably now got my attention is, aside from Pinterest, is Sarepta Therapeutics. Big sell-off, poor clinical trials. It's now testing the VWAP. So looking at this, big sell-off here, pre-market. Poor clinical trials announced, results on clinical trials. Bounce at the bottom. This was a $107 stock at yesterday's close. So it's currently 45% down based on most clinical trials. So it's testing the VWAP. Might get a bit of a bounce. Over 60 could be interesting. keep that on watch. Interest over 29 is definitely interesting. Like the way this pulled back to the previous closing, not closing price, the support line. Moved up and pulled back. Right, it's nice doji. Well, AMD's tonight, Stone Cold. I'm kind of. I don't think I'll trade AMD. I'll probably trade tomorrow on earnings. And this had a pre-market high there of 29.88. So we're in at 29 here. We can get over the $0.25. Be interesting. I'm just gonna lock that in. I've got my 10 cents. Base hits. Much higher price stock, so that's a therapeutics. I did say, oh, lovely setup there. The break was 59 above the VWAP. I want to see this one. What's the spread like? It's not bad, 10, 12 cents at the moment. Oh, 30 cents, so 30, let's say 30 cents. 20 to 30 cents. I'm going to go with 30 cents in spread. $1.10. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that at all. I think this could potentially go up to $65 today. It's gone without me. I'll hold that. I've got help. What time was it I called this out in the Discord this morning? 7:16 a.m. Or 7:16 p.m. my time, but 7:16 I called this one out in the Discord. Potential bottom bounce. See what happens. We're looking for 62, 62.50. See if we can get $1 on this. On the bid, that is. Current high of session 61.83. So we're looking for a break of $62. It does have huge range, so over $1 on the ATR, so you've got to factor that in as well when you're calculating your risk. And that also includes when you're calculating your share size that you're going to be taking, because that will impact your risk. Your share size will impact your risk. If you've got something moves a range, so on average each candle's moving $1 up and down, then you know that's a good risk to have. So can you afford to get in with can you afford to risk $2,500, which is essentially what I'm doing. Then you've got the spreads to put into that on the back of that as well. So spreads are not too bad. Spreads are like 20, 30 cents, 25 cents on average. 40 there. If I'm risking 2.5K, can I make 5? That means $2. So can this go up to 63.50? Yeah, absolutely. I said it's probably going to go to 65 today. Question is, how quick can it get to 65? 63.50 is what I would like it to be at. 62.50, I'll take some profit. No, now. Got a new high of day of 62.24. Much higher price stock, so you're not going to be taking as 10,000 shares of this one. You don't want to. Absolutely not. Higher price stock with a bigger range, bigger spreads. You've got to manage your risk accordingly. Don't like that wick up actually, a bit of a doji. And now still got through the break of the VWAP there around 59.50. $2 move up. Hey Cal, it's always tomorrow. There's always earnings. Trade AMD later. Don't get much leverage on AMD. I don't know why it's considered a risky stock though. Leverage is short on AMD. Take your settings there, Karanjit. It's not 610 on my. I'm using CMEG, and it's not 610 on my system. I can see the 2-minute chart right now, and the VWAP is at 647, not 610. I don't know where 610 is coming from on your system. Check your settings. That spike is not looking favorable. Yeah, it depends on your time frame as well. If you're looking at it on the daily, it's going to be different to what it's on the 60-minute, on the 1 minute. Each time frame will have a different VWAP because based on the closing price of it's the weighted closing price of the volume per candle in that time frame, and also the closing price of that candle. So that's why each time frame, each chart based on the time frame will have a different VWAP. It's not uniform across all time frames. So have a look at whatever time frame it is that you're trying. If you look at the daily, it's going to be completely skew with. Nice one, John. Like to see it. Love to see when you guys are making the green. Between the spreads. I hate being between the spreads. Annoys me. Oh, I want to be over 62. Breakout 62, 62.50, 63. Come on. You know you want it. Ask is right at my buy price at the moment, give or take. Don't like this consolidation piece. I hate trading in consolidation phases. And we not break out and get above $62 for crying out loud. We spiked above it and then we came back. Well, I'm at 61.50 there, Alistair. I need to wash my hair a bit. Out in the heat today. Salt. I think I'm at the selling pit break 61 here. Well, no change there, Carl. You've seen me hold longer. I got in the spread. The ATR was $1.10. Now, I don't like that. $77. Still think that's going to 65 today, but I'll wait for it to pull back and bounce on the VWAP and move back up. Anything else moving? Adlix did that same move. The south side. Verve. Have another look at the Verve. Oh, burner. I'm not seeing anything really moving with any kind of vigor. Has anybody seen any decent volatility halt with continuation? Because I've not seen any of that either. CBT is under $2. Back at 61.20. This breaks 61.50. Yeah, I've got to double up. Yeah, absolutely. And right where I got out is where it bounced. I see that happen so often. Sometimes I think the market's conspiring against me and I want to put my tinfoil hat on, and then I think, well, just where'd you draw the line? Draw it somewhere. Oh, big I'll go home, Tony. Absolutely, Vegas. Absolutely. Story of my life. And beyond. $0.68. Well, go away, Vegas. Go make some eggs, buddy. Go make some eggs. That way this can go up 5,000%. Well, I think he's going to 65. Personally. I really did. And it's before 49 on that swing high pre-market. It went up to 68 when it first opened after at 4 o'clock this morning. I think this is going to 65. That's my opinion. Just feeling I have in my water. Not financial advice. If you buy 65 calls on it and it doesn't get there and they expire worthless, don't sue me. Just the opinion of a fat guy on the internet. That's all it is. Well, by the dip, your name, living up to your name. Yeah, I still would have been waiting for it to pop. Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda, Neath. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. This looks like it might break down now. Volume's just dried right up. We were getting like 100,000 shares a minute, and now it's just dried up. Struggling to get 20, 30,000. We found support here on the 200 previously. Let's see, do we find it, or do we pull all the way back to the VWAP? Yeah, should not have taken another entry on this, personally. Don't mind, I've gone and it broke a new high. Added as it broke a new high. So the momentum was there when I got it. Verve still breaking highs. All 46 now, Verve. Probably have to wait another hour now, Cal. Yeah, October's probably my worst month for consistency, so fair play to you, buddy. I know how difficult it's been trading in October. It's not been a great month. Well done, buddy. Gotta love. You love to see it. People doing good. You love to see it. Yeah, no, absolutely, Cal. You have to kind of knock each other down, whereas, you know, building each other up. And you hear them all the time about, you know, female empowerment, and they're all just bitching behind each other's back. Oh, you go, girl. And it's like, worst ones are at weddings, you know. Into that dress, isn't she? And she comes over, oh, you look lovely, you're like an angel. When did she get measured for that? Like the spreads being a penny, that's not necessarily a good thing, though. And the range has come right down because we've just been consolidating in this $2 range at the moment. The ATR has come right down. It's now 52 cents. Need that breakout between the spreads right now, so we need that breakout. $62, $62.50, new high of the day. Come on, $65, $63.72 is the halt level, so that's that. 65's out of the question at the moment. And it's not really, not compared to where it was when it popped earlier. 9:45 to 10 o'clock was get some good volume. So it'd be nice to get a nice little pop and a move over $2 or $3. Hit that 65 that I called out earlier. Pinterest testing $30 now. We're stuck with Pinterest. Shiny object syndrome. I need to get away from that. that the truth? I like it over 62 better, Vol. 62.50 will be perfect. So my original entry was 950 on this. So we're half an hour away from 9:51 when I took my initial position. So we're half an hour away from when I took my initial position. We'll see. Let's see where it is at 10.50, $70. Yeah, that'd be nice. Not exactly great entertainment value. LFCR. All right, now between the spreads, just still red. It's $0.50. It's boiling under that $0.50. I do like the double bottom breakout. 62 on that wick. There we go, 62. $62.50, that's what we're looking for. Current high of the day, 62.24. We didn't even get that. Didn't even get that. 62.20, we're up to the new high of the day. Come on, let's get the Sweeney onto it. Go, go, go. Hit a new high of the day. If it gets over 62.20, if it gets over $0.25, I think we'll see 63. 62.24. And that's 61.50 level. It's just hovering around that 61.50. Not trying for a home run at all. I'm not trying for a home run at all. I've just called that 62.50 is what 62.50 won't be a home run. I said the home run will be 65. That's what I called that. I'm not expecting 65. I'm looking for a whole dollar. Whole dollar move. Not a home run. Home run will take me over goal. I don't like that. I don't know what that pattern is. Not me. Odd leg double bottom for double top. I haven't a clue what to call that pattern. It's an unusual pattern. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? I honestly couldn't tell you. It's just a sideways chop. $2 range sideways chop. No, not really. Not really. But if I doubled that, because I was in a smaller size when I originally sold off. So if I bought the dip, I'd be at goal. Let's see if we can't get 62.50. What I'm looking for. Need to get over 62 first. Got 62.20 on the last swing high. Last 5-minute candle, 62.20. $61.98. $61.98 again on the ask. And we get 62. 62 on the ask. Can we get 62? 62 on the ask. We have 62. No, it was 61.70. No, we want 61, 60. Looking for 62. Looking for 62. Well, manifest 63. And if it gets 62.50, I'll be able to take some profit on it. I could have taken profit at 62, but check the market gods, absolutely. We want it to go up to into a halt to the upside, which is 64.36. So let's get a little bit of volatility, halt to the upside. Come on. If you're right on this, Carl, I'm telling you, I'm sending you a cuddly toy. If it goes to the moon at 10.50, I'll send you a cuddly toy. Ain't nothing wrong with the frat party. But, like I say, a six-pack's no good. It's only a party if you bring a keg. All these little boys with the six-pack, the real men bring a keg. Well, it is Halloween. Cast a couple of spells for me witches. Want that breakout at 62. What was that last swing high? Oh, we didn't get it. 61.97. So we need to get over 62. It's got 61.86. So we're going further away. So we're getting lower highs. Well, that's life, isn't it? Analyze the outcome, the probabilities across the board. Can we get over 62 on this attempt? $75, 61, 65, 75, 74 on the ask. Looking for 62 on a bid, 62 on a bid. That's 75, 74, 70. 61.70 on the app. 61.70 on the app. Come on. 61.80, 61.90, $62. Short sale restriction there, Vol. And 61.85, 62 on the app. Briefly, 62 on the app. We're looking for 62 on the bid. 62 on the app there. Can we get 62 on the bid? 62 on the bid. 62 on the bid. 62 on the bid. 62 on the app. We get 62 on the bid. 62 on the bid. Come on. Ooh, 61.91 on bids. 62. There we go. Got up to new high of day, 62.48. Ask falls below 62, I might just take it. Oh, the green on the day again. So we're 1,200 up on the day. Well, we're kicking the fantastic, that's for sure. And we get 62.50. There's 62.50. 62.50 on the bid. We've got 62.49. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. We're $1 up. We're $1 up. 62.93 on the ask. Right. I'm just going to put a 50-cent trailing stop in place. There we go. And we'll watch it. 50-cent trailing stop. We've got a 50 something on the ATR. $56 cents on the ATR. So I've got a 50-cent stop. Let's see where that takes. $63. $63 on the ask. New high of day. $63. I said this is going to 65. Remember? Well, might not do it right now, but I said 65. We'll probably go to 65 at 10.50. You called the 1 hour hold. You did. Should be at least break even now. You know. No, I'll have profit on this. It's a profitable trade now. profitable trade. Should get another 2k, depending on the slippage. You should get another 2k out of this. So it's a profitable trade. I'm back up at the 2-3k level. And breaks 63, 63.50 could be on. Got 15 minutes left for Carl's prediction. You get a cuddly toy if you if it breaks out at 10.50 and goes to 65. You get a cuddly toy. You get a I trade with Tony, day trade with Tony cuddly toy. I'll get your address and send it to you. And if you want your own cuddly toy, just check out the merch store. There's loads of them. There's about 3 different types of cuddly toy you can have, and they're so cute. Great gift coming up to Christmas. Great gift for your significant other or your daughter or your little child or whatever. Well, it's I've got 2.5k to come on top of this, so we're back at the highs. We're back at the highs. I'd like to see this move up to $65 at some stage today, and I'll be correct. Testing 63, we've got a high to 63, it's testing 63 now, 62.94. Well, I wouldn't have gone if I hadn't buckled down here at 60.50. I'd be quids in right now. I hadn't got rid of that and then bought back in up at the top. 63 on the ask again. $10.05. You're absolutely right. $10.05 was when I sold at $60. No, stopped out. It's a $700 trade to the upside, which puts me at 3.5k, which is better than 2.5k. It's not the high that I've had on the day. To be fair, I'm 5.5. Still go up to 65. I was 5.5k early doors, so I'm kicking myself I didn't lock that in. C-pop. Oh, we'll have a look at 10.50. Let's have a look at C-pop right now. Pop Culture Group. Halted to the upside. What's the catalyst on this? 260 resumption. Should resume in about a minute's time. I'm not seeing any company specific. I'm not seeing any company specific news catalyst. Somebody let me know if you are. No company specific news catalyst. The session volume is relatively low. Well, it's actually about 20x. So it's a relatively high. It's 1.5 million float. So let's see what happens here. Looks like a bit of a should resume in the next 10 seconds. We'll have a look in another 10 minutes where it's at. I'll keep watching it. It's pulling back a little bit. Oh my goodness. It opened at 265. Alt level to the downside 209. That's good volume too. Pop culture group. Shift Pixie. Shift Pixie's back up at 680. Have they done another reverse stock split? Shift Pixie. Back to Medica. Let me have another look at Pixie because last I saw these, they were down at $1 a share. Shift Pixie. Have they done another reverse stock split again? Can't see it. Pretty sure Shift Pixie was down at under $1 a share. Currently at 12%. Most of that moved in the last while, so. Back to Medica. I'll have a look at Pax Medica. Yeah. One with Pax Medica. Looks like a reverse stock split. Pax Medica acquired Suleiman research assets from Rediscovery Life Science to accelerate NDA submission. Yeah, 17-to-1 reverse stock split. That's Pax Medica. A bit of volatility, but it's a 17-to-1 reverse stock split. $7 Shift Pixie. 10-cent spreads, 20-cent ATR. It's right at that pre-market range. IBRX. 335 pre-market high. Oh, the market, the S&P 500 just gone green on the day. Go figure. Yeah, we certainly would have been at goal now if we hadn't had that 3K swing to the downside. SRPT. ECT. Bit of an M pattern forming there on GCT. Volume's not great either. And we'll come back just for Cal's sake. have a look at, are we going to get a breakout here up to 65? It's going to cost me a cuddly toy if we do. IPO ATGL. First one is ATGL. Priced at $4. Current price is, oh, here we go. Are we getting some movement? So current price I've got on the level 2 is 375. So ATGL, that's one IPO, and the other one is GVH. Not yet priced. Might not go live today, but looks like ATGL is about to go live in probably the next 15 minutes. So worth keeping an eye on. $4. Will it have any kind of volatility? I don't know. Here we go. As I speak, ATGL going live right now. There we go. $4. Starting at $4. 20-cent spread. Pick level 2 for the first couple of minutes. Let's see what happens. A couple of sell orders there at 20,000 shares. 20,000. What are we doing here? Can I give you Robux? What? No. Let the IPOs, let the first 5-minute candle form and close. Let's see what kind of volume it's doing. Let's see what it's trending. Do we get any volatility halt in the first 5 minutes? Then look for an entry. At least with the first, if you get a halt in that first 5 minutes, it means it's going to be volatile. Halt level 444 for the upside, 364 for the downside. Plus to the upside right now. High of day 440. Very close to the halt level of 444. There's the halt level. So it's not uncommon for IPOs to open up into a halt, and the first halt can be as much as an hour. So it's very rarely just 5 minutes for the first halt. We'll come back to that. We've got 2 minutes left before I owe Cala Cuddly Toy. So let's find out, is it looking likely? What's going on with my mouse? Did you trade that ball? Did you just trade that? Fair play if you did. People come on here saying that I've got big cojones, but come on, man. You're a degenerate. You're a complete degenerate, Bob. Fair play to you. Well done. You gotta love it. Well, you've got a minute till I owe you a teddy there, Cal. I don't think I'm going to owe you a teddy, Cal. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to owe you a teddy bear. Yeah, good thing. Well, I got it here. So it's not. It's pretty because of the spread. It's not been over that level where I got stopped out. It's pulling back now, so I still think it's going to go to 65 later in the day. But a pull back here and then a move back up. I don't see any problem with that. Just not the pop up. We maybe a little bit premature that pop up for us that we managed to make our losses and a little bit of profit. So we're currently 3,500. Ideally, I needed 5.5K today. I should have locked it in. I would have been bang on the money for the year. But look, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Let's have a look at ATGL and where the resumption is. So 448. So slight gap up, not a big one. And that should probably be a half an hour halt. So I'll come back to that. Now Pixie was breaking highs. I'm pulling back. My goodness, we've got a high of day 770 now. We saw it break $7 a couple of minutes ago. Shift Pixie moving up well. Not brilliant volume. Can't see any. Shift Pixie. Philippines Marta de Suelo. Marta Diores de Suelo. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. But Philippines. Yeah, I'm not seeing any company-specific news catalyst on Pixie and why it's moving up right now. Shift Pixie. I'm pretty sure Shift Pixie was under $1 just a couple of weeks ago. Pretty sure of that. There's no way Shift Pixie was up there at $40. No way. It must have been a reverse stock split at some stage. I did solar. I did. I mean, it reminds me of when was it? Is it the 90s, 1990s, where they actually killed a guy in Colombia? They killed a guy for scoring an own goal, accidentally scoring an own goal. They shot him. Madness! It's a jungle over there. It really is. I live in a third world country. I'm living in a third world country now, but it's not nothing like that. Oh, recent IPO, we buy, making a move. No volume on it. Chegg had earnings today. Yeah, just after the World Cup. Solar. Oh, it's reduced. It was only 5-minute halt. That does surprise me. Oh, let's have a look. 450. Top level 475. High of day 450. $0.10 spreads ish. That IV, what would have been nice? What's going on there? Gaps without any. That's a 10-cent gap, that. Without a halt. Just watching the time of sales, there's the odd big order going through, but it's not, volume ain't great. It's not, you know. Yeah, the question is, are they real? Are they real orders on the level 2? It's an IPO. Are they real orders? I mean, who's selling? But we're like 5 minutes in. Who's bought shares up there? It's, you know, you can't. It's hard to borrow, so you can't. So who's selling up there? Like 60,000 sell order, 50,000 sell order. I mean, come on. Spoof orders, I think, some of them. Either that or the early traders, the market makers that get the early access. 480 being the 452 is the high of day. 480 is the halt level to the upside. Yeah, I don't like this. Don't like this at all. I think I'll probably just knock this on the head. I'll have another look at shift picks. I'll come back to this in a moment. GVH isn't live yet, so we'll come back to this in a moment. Go back to shift picks because that's the top momentum stock right now. Yeah, breaking new highs on shift pixie. This breaks $8, I might. Stupid spreads. These are spreads now. What's going on with that? You had to say that and jinx it, didn't you, Vol? Oh, you mean me? You mean you? Opposed to me. And well done, buddy. I don't like the spreads on this, they're just whippy. Very whippy on the spreads, 25, 30 cents on the spreads. It was only 10 when I got in. Oh, 10 cents, I can do that. And then it just went all whippy at $8. Current high of day, 808, 810. New high of day, caught between the spreads. Pixie, you don't want to do that. Look at that, bloody 60-cent spreads. What's going on there? I don't like that at all. What's going on with those spreads? This is whippy as hell. It's usually a lack of liquidity, and it skipped the levels on the level 2. Not have taken this trade. Should just get out. But I'm not going to get filled because it's at the halt level, so dropped $1 on that. So I got in. And dropping. Come on. Can't believe that. That's shocking. 98% down over the last 12 months. They did a reverse stock split and ouch. I'm gonna get a bounce, or am I just gonna have to take the hit? I'm not going any further lower than that. Thank you, my love. Did you manage to get him now? Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Ouch. Get green, stay green. What do I keep saying to myself? Yeah, I just checked. I can't see any news on it. I mean, that's a big drop. I can't see any news to the upside or downside on Shift Pixie. I mean, the spreads just widened like you wouldn't believe. It was 10-cent spreads, and then they went to like 60 cents or whatever it was. Yeah, well, easy come, easy go. It's okay, Dennis. You know me, I'll make it back. Oh, PetMed Express. About to break the pre-market high of $7. PetMed. Massive gap on the daily. This is 25% down on the day at the moment. So this gets over $7. We might get a move up with pets. Just having a look what else is moving right now. Nothing really. Oh, hang on. We've got a bounce on the view up for a SRPT. All the way down to the view up. Back over 62, and I think it'll go to 65. Right, I'll call this out tomorrow when I go live again. $65 is what I called on it. Still think it's going to 65 today. We'll see what setup there is later. Look at that. Sometimes if you like that. Yeah, no worries, Cal. I'm going to lock it up myself. Couple of pieces here, but I'm going to lock it up myself, and I'll do a trade recap first thing in the morning if I do take any more trades. So, look, you've seen me have worse days, Vols. You've all seen me have worse days, but things seem to be doing well up until that. Up until getting caught in that flush. I suppose that's why you should have stops. If anything, guys, you need to put physical stops in place. And if it blows past your stop, at least you might get a bit of slippage, but at least it minimises your losses. If I had a physical stop in place there, I wouldn't be sat here thinking, oh, didn't have I was $3.5 grand up, I was $5.5 grand up at one stage, and I'm $5.5 grand down. So, you know, it is what it is. We go again tomorrow. And we've still got another IPO left. What's ATGL doing? It's just nothing at 450. Yeah, it's kind of petered out. Bit of a do nothing one, that one. GVH, if it goes live today, I'm not seeing any movement on it, so it might have been pushed. I'll double check on that one. I think SRPT might still go to 65. I'll keep watching that one. I'm just going to watch it PEP for the break of $7. And in the meantime, I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, actually, John, you're not the only one. October's been horrible. I've lost money in October. I'm a losing trader in October. I'm not, because I'm technically green in October, but I'm not profitable because of fees and charges and stuff. But yeah, October. What was the red trade? Pixie, shift Pixie. So anyway, I'm going to lock it down. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, and we'll do it all again. You know, an hour before the market opens. 8:30, same day, same time every day. Take it easy, guys.